I have something really cool for you guys to check out. It's a VZ2008. This is Century Arms' take on the VZ58. Parts kits are imported from Czechoslovakia, and Century adds a US-made receiver and a US-made barrel and a few other parts to make it legal for sale in the US. This is chambered for 7.62 by 39, just like an AK-47, but there's very little that this gun has in common with an AK-47, and I'll show you those features later on. We'll weigh it, we'll check the trigger pull, and we'll do some shooting towards the end. Starting at the front, we have a slant style muzzle brake, and it is threaded onto the barrel. It has a plunger that locks it in place just like an AK-47. And then we have a post front sight. It's adjustable for both windage and elevation. And our gas block. And you'll notice that the furniture looks like it's made out of particle board, but it's actually a composite of Bakelite and wood chips. And even though it looks really primitive and really fragile, it's actually super light and very durable. Over here we have the rear sight. There's a slider for different distances, and it's just a typical notch rear sight. And then here you can see the tappet that operates the bolt. Instead of a piston that's connected to the bolt, there's a little plunger here that actually hits the face of the bolt to make the action move. And then here we have the bolt. Has a last round bolt hold open. And then we have the cover for the receiver. And then here you see the safety. That's safe, that's fire. And then on the other side, you can see the magazine release. The only change I've made is to add this vertical grip. The handguards don't have any kind of metal heat shield, so they get really hot even after just one magazine. But other than that, I'm really happy with this gun. It shoots really well. This gun came with a bunch of accessories. There's a folding metal stock. It locks both open and closed. And I did have this on the gun for a while, but it's extremely uncomfortable to use. There's a pretty sharp edge right here where your cheek rests, and it actually leaves a line on my cheek whenever I use it, so I put the chipped wood stock back on. Then there's the cleaning kit, leather sling. It came with 5 aluminum magazines, and these magazines are super light, but they're still really durable. And then inside this leather pouch, there's 4 more aluminum magazines. And then best of all, I think this is the coolest accessory, is the bayonet. Let's check the trigger pull. No magazine. Chamber's clear. And we'll put the safety on fire. £8 pounds, 11 ounces. And the pull is kind of long. There's just a tiny bit of take up, but it's a pretty long pull to the brake. And then it has quite a bit of over travel. So not the greatest trigger, but it's not bad either. It's not horrible. And then there's the reset, very quiet, and you can hardly feel it. Let's see how much this thing weighs. 6 pounds, 14.6 ounces. So it's actually really light. You know, even though it does have a machined steel receiver. We have my VZ2008, 30 rounds in the aluminum magazine. They rock and lock just like an AK. And then I'll release the bolt. Let's go fire a few rounds. Recoil is actually really light, even though this gun is lighter than an AK-47. There's a lot less felt recoil. The bolt lock back. I don't know if you can see it on the video, but it's ejecting almost straight up and about 5 feet to the front. Very nice gun.